Hey guys, it's Tim from God's Guns and Good Times. Hey, I've got a little different video here for you today. Kind of amazed, guys. This is my Becker BK7. And I lost this. I had no idea where it was for, gosh, it's probably been close to, well, the last summer, I guess. And I found it. I found it near all of my saltwater fishing stuff, so I guess I had taken it with me and left it somewhere with my saltwater tackle stuff. And anyway, I was digging around the garage, and lo and behold, I found it. Now, guys, this thing is made out of 1095 Crowvan steel, which is a high-carbon steel. And I figured, man, once I took it out of this sheath, I was going to be shocked at how rusted and messed up it all is, because I live in Lewis, Delaware, Rehoboth, Delaware, right on the ocean pretty much, and salt water is everywhere. Very, very acidic environment that I live in. Cars are, have rust down here because of it, and I figured, you know what, my trusty BK7, Becker BK7 was going to be ruined. Now, especially with what I do, guys, because when you get these things from Becker, they come with this black coating on it that I absolutely hate. Not a big fan of the coating. One of the reasons I don't like the coating is it hangs the knife blade up. So if I'm cutting wood or doing something with it, batoning wood or whatever we do with it, with that coating on, you really feel it dragging through the wood, and that's a problem. So I always strip all my knives, and when it gets a little warmer out, I'll do a video on how I strip knives. I have a couple other knives that I want to do, and I use, if you're interested in knowing what I use this product called Jasco. Jasco is an awesome product. I get it at Home Depot. About 15 minutes, it eats away anything. Now, I've never tried it on like a knife with a Teflon coating yet, like some of the Schrade knives. But anything that's more of an epoxy coating, a paint coating, man, it just takes it right off. But anyway, I'll talk about that later on. So anyway, not only did I lose the knife in a salty environment, sitting with obviously salty tackle, I figured this blade was going to be ruined because there's no coating on it, guys. And I was shocked to find out that not at all. Not one spot of rust on my knife. And this is a 7-inch blade. Again, 1095 Crowvan steel. I figured I was going to be taking my my Carta handles off of it, grinding the hell out of it on a grinder, trying to bring it back, and I found it like this, just like it looked the day I probably lost it, because I take very good care of my stuff. Now, why am I showing you this? Because let me tell you why it's like this. It's not like this because it's a great knife. It is a great knife, but if that's not why it survived. Again, 1095 Crowvan, you leave it outside with no coating on it, you're in trouble. This, guys, is what I use on all of my knives, all of my guns. I swear by it. It is the best stuff that I've ever used. And I literally put it on everything now. I put it on my ARs, my AKs, my knives. I lubricate fishing stuff with it, and this is Frog Lube CLP. I follow the instructions to use it, and I coat everything with it like I coated this with it. And I'm going to show you how I do it, because I figured, what the heck, I'll recoat it. I don't even know that I need to recoat it, but I figured I'll just do a video so you can see how I do it. But basically what I do is I apply heat, because that's the way this stuff really works. You apply heat to the metal surface, let it get to about 180, 200 degrees, and I just use a hairdryer. Guys, don't use some paint, one of those, paint guns. Number one, they're going to get too hot, and they're going to take the hardening out of your steel, especially with your knives. You want to worry about that. So I use a hairdryer on the highest setting. I get it hot, so when I touch it, I know it's hot. When I touch it and it burns, obviously that's too hot. I don't want it that hot, but I want it fairly hot. And then I go ahead and put this on. I'll either use the liquid or I'll also use the solid as well. There's more of a solid consistency version of Frog Lube. By the way, I will use the Frog Lube degreaser on this as well to get all the old stuff off. Again, not that I really need to do anything with this, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I'll degrease it, then I go ahead and heat it up, and then I'll go ahead and put Frog Lube CLP, whether I use the liquid or whether I use the tub, doesn't really matter, and you let it sit there. And I let it sit there for maybe 10-15 minutes, and I wipe it off. This stuff, guys, is biodegradable. It does not harm the environment. You can eat it if you want to. You can drink the degreaser if you want to. This stuff is not harmful, which is another reason I really like it. It's, as it says, USDA certified bio-based product, all natural, non-toxic, environmentally green. If that's important to you, which it should be, this is wonderful stuff. I have used other CLPs, and I never got the performance like I do out of this. Again, I treat all of my guns, my AKs, I heat everything up with a hairdryer, treat my AKs, my ARs, my Glocks, my wife's Smith & Wesson Shield, everything I own, I treat with this, and it works phenomenally well. So let's do this. I'm going to need to get this set up. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and then I'll be back with you in a minute after I get this table over here set up, hopefully. I don't have great tripods, guys, so hopefully I'll be able to kind of demo how I do this. And I highly recommend you try it. I've even tried it on sterling silver. So if you guys have any sterling silver, I don't know, like place settings or stuff that you have for dining or whatever, I'm doing a test right now where I'm putting this Frog Lube on sterling silver to see if it'll stop it from tarnishing, because sterling silver is a nightmare. You clean it, you clean your forks and knives and spoons, and next thing you know, after your dinner party 2 weeks later, they're black with tarnish. So I'm trying that. I'll follow up with you at a later time and talk to you about how that worked out. But this, guys, is truly for the sportsman. This is truly a lifesaver, and it certainly saved my little BK7 as well. And I've got this on all my knives. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the camera, and I'll be right back with you. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming back here. I know you guys can't see me, but I want to show you the process to do this. I'm going to have to get another camera to have two cameras going, but guys, I'm not there yet. So anyway, here is this Becker, and you guys can see it is really in quite good shape after what this little knife has been through. It's not pitted at all. You'll see some discoloration up here, guys. That's the way they come after you strip the black stuff off of them. By the way, I also made another modification to this knife if you're interested. The spine on the knife out of the box is pretty bad. And I took a Dremel tool and I gave it a, you know, a 90-degree spine there so that I can go ahead and obviously, you know, create sparks. So I burned my house down here, but I can create sparks with it. So I did do that. And the only other thing I do to my knives is I treat them. And the first thing I do is I use a degreaser, and this is just the Frog Lube degreaser. Clean bore, and just a total gun cleaning product, as they say. So I spray it, and I kind of rub it around with my fingers just to make sure you get it everywhere. By the way, it doesn't hurt anything. You can put it on micarta. It really doesn't hurt anything. It'll take your fingerprint mess off the micarta. Watch your finger though when you're going to, obviously going across the knife and so forth. And this is all I do, just get it off. This is really the only thing that will take the surface stuff off. Now this is already embedded in the pores, so I don't have to do this a whole lot here, but we'll go ahead and get it off. Guys, I do this to Swiss Army knives. I do this to all my big knives, my Becker BK7s, my BK9s, my Rat 3s, my Rat 7s, every knife that I have, my fishing fillet knives, all of that good stuff. Then I take a hair dryer, and this is just a regular, you know, a regular hair dryer. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. Just a regular hair dryer. I keep it on the hottest setting. And obviously, guys, it's going to be noisy here. I won't do this for a whole, you know, a whole long time here to bore you to death, but I got to get it hot. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. This is the Frog Lube CLP, but it is in the solid form. And if you smell this stuff, it smells like a locker room. It smells like Ben Gay. It's actually not a bad smell whatsoever. So I'm going to leave that open. And then the only other thing that I use is just a dirty old toothbrush that I use to clean all my guns. So the first thing you do is you get this hot. So I'm going to go ahead and heat this up. Bear with the noise just for a little bit, okay? Remember, you don't want to get this so hot that you'll mess with the temper of the knife or the hardening of the knife. As you can see, it gets pretty hot. It got me a little bit. And then, guys, all you know, watch it melt. See how quickly that stuff melts when it gets hot? And then I just rub it all over the blade itself. Now, I'm not going to do the other side of this because the other side is the same as this. You can, obviously, if you decide to do this on your own knives, you can do it. But, guys, I just let it sit like this. And I don't know, I'll let it sit maybe 5-10 minutes. And now it's just really getting into the pores because the pores of that metal have literally opened up to accept this CLP, this cleaner, lubricate, and protection or prevention product, whatever you want to call it. CLP, forget what it stands for. But anyway, guys, you're going to get so many benefits out of using this product. Be creative with it, too. I use it for knives, obviously. I use it for my guns, fishing reels, anything that you need to lubricate that's made out of metal that can take a little heat. But again, stay away from blow torches. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, people using this stuff, blow torches and whatnot. By the way, on your own firearm products, you can see my Glock 19 has got a coating on it. Be very careful with your polymer handles and things on your weapons when you use Frog Lube. Not that the Frog Lube will damage this, it won't, but when you apply heat to get those internal slide mechanisms, the internal rails on your polymer frames, when you apply heat, you don't want to warp this stuff. That's why I use a hair dryer. There's some brave folks out there that use other things besides hair dryers, like, you know, like I said, almost like a blowtorch, a Coleman blowtorch or whatever. I stay away from that, guys, because you know what? I'd rather spend an extra 5-10 minutes doing it to get it hot the way I need it than have a damaged firearm, certainly, or a damaged knife. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get the benefits out of Frog Lube that I do. Give it a shot. It's not expensive. And guess what? It works, and it's great for the environment. It's not going to kill your dogs and your cats and everything else around you. So give it a shot. Hey, Hey guys, if you like the video, please share it. Give me a comment down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to do other knife videos. I'm going to do a lot of gun videos. I'm going to do a video here in a few days where I'm going to show you how to really make an AK run well, especially more of an inexpensive AK. So I'm going to do a lot of different stuff for you. I'm not going to try to do the same old videos that you see on YouTube, chopping wood and all that. You know, I'm just going to do some other stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. This is Tim from God, Guns, and Good Times. God bless America, guys. Thanks so much for watching.